Hello, welcome back to another first appearance rating video. First up is Doomsday. Here's my cheap copy I picked up at the garage sales many years ago. It has water damage. You can't really see it in the video, but it's wavery. A big part of the back cover has water damage as well as the interior of the book. But 25 cents at the time. I didn't even know who Doomsday was, back in the time I picked up this book. But the one thing for sure, for those that play Injustice, the game, hopefully you can see the look. I absolutely love the look that DC have finalized for him over the past few years. I really like that look. So in this book, certainly we didn't get to see the look that I just showed you, so I would give him a much higher rating if he come out looking like that, much higher. But the story was interesting. It's certainly one of those that kind of annoys me when I pick up this book and read it, because it jumped across two other books which I don't have, so I don't know what the heck happened. I'm guessing Superman beat Doomsday somehow, but perhaps the most striking page of this book is right here when Doomsday first show up and he squashed the little birdie. Give you a glimpse of his nasty personality. The art inside is okay, nothing that wow me. I kind of like the cover, how he crushed the Superman logo. I just wish that he didn't have this boring look. So as far as the look wise, I give him 3.5 here. I like what they're doing with this character, showing how menacing and nasty he could be. The story got a 3.5, so he gets 7 out of 10. Certainly, if he come out looking like he is today, I would have given him probably at least a 4, maybe a 4.5. He's definitely not 5 out of 5 as far as name and look and power, but for sure I will give him 4.5 instead of just 3.5 as of right in this issue. Okay, definitely one of the better Superman villain, but as I mentioned many times in the past, when you have a superhero that is so powerful, it's very hard to come up with suitable villain that is interesting, because unless you have a good villain, it's hard to make a good story, right? Regardless if you have what kind of power you have. Next up, another modern books, 2 moderns in a row. I can't recall when the last time I did 2 modern books in the same rating video, but Venom. Here's my I have so many copies of this book, and I picked this one up at a different garage sales years ago. It had the nasty big tape pull right here. So this is my reader's copy. This is one I most likely will keep forever, because it's good to lay around. I can let Anthony read it and beat it up, it doesn't matter. But in my opinion, Venom is the best villain created for Spider-Man in the last 30 years. No doubt my favorite, okay? There's no doubt in my mind that if I had to even think of the top 5 characters, both villain and superheroes in the last 30 years, it would hard for me to not include Venom. Okay, I might one of these days I need to do a video because I had to think about who's the other four is as far as the top 5 modern characters, but for sure Venom's included. The art inside, of course, as everyone knows, you have the famed Todd McFarlane. I can say that, you know, I love this cover. I think this is very clever. It's definitely one of my favorite milestone modern age covers. As far as Todd McFarlane, I like Todd. You know, at this stage of my collecting, you have a flood of new talent from Jim Lee, Wilsh Portacio, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, Eric Larson, Mike Mignola, and I can tell you I would put Jim Lee, Weiss Portacio, Mike Mignola ahead of Todd McFarlane. Okay, that's just my taste. I think I like his style. I'm not. I'm okay with how he over exaggerate the webbing. It look unique. It's kind of neat looking, but I'm not wow about how he over exaggerate the webbing. But that's just me. Okay, you gotta understand by this point, when this book came out, I'm already 22 years old, 21 years old. So the view of my view of the hobby and artist and style had changed significantly from the first time I picked up a book 7 years earlier. So as far as Venom, I give him a 5 out of 5 as far as the name, the look, the power. I like his personality. I like how mean and nasty he is, and the costume, the look. I like black, so to have something that looks similar to Spider-Man as far as the costume, but bigger, stronger, meaner, it's pretty cool. So, and the story-wise, I give the story 3.5. It's an interesting story. I like his origin. Nothing to complain about. Certainly, I remember when I was buying this run off the rack, I enjoyed it. I certainly like it a lot better than the issues prior to the arrival of Todd McFarlane, for sure. I was excited, but at the same time, at this stage, I was excited with the resurgence of my X-Men title with Jim Lee and Weiss Portacio and this guy. So it's all good. So this character got this book got a pretty high mark of 8.5 out of 10. Last but not least, a Silver Age book. Strange Tale 138, Eternity. I will give you a closer look of this book at the end of the video for those that want to stick around. It's a pretty decent copy, very nice. I pulled it out to read again. Eternity. The look, the name, the power, I give it a 4 out of 5 because certainly, as in many Strange Tales stories and introduction of new characters, when you have a very short story, because the book is divided in half and you only have a few pages, you don't get to understand the full scope of power of eternity. But look-wise, power, name, as of right now in this issue, I give him a 3.5 out of 5, and mostly from the look. Okay, the name, the power, but big kudos to Steve Ditko to design the look, a very unique but cool, if not the coolest cosmic character in my opinion. As far as the look, his look awesome. Okay, it's tough for me to give him less than a 4, but mainly because there isn't much to understand here right now as far as what he is. I mean, sure, over the years, it's well known how powerful this character is, and he's not a villain or a superhero. He's just almost like a godlike kind of character that have, you know, power with times. Like I said, it's not, his power doesn't thrill me. But as far as this book, the story, once again, the story only get a 2.5 out of 5 because, like most Silver Age story, it's okay, average at best, and I am never a big fan of the short format that this book will produce. It was what it was, you know, we had to live with it. But so Eternity get a 6 out of 10, 3.5 for the power, the name, the look of the characters, and then only 2.5 for the story. Anyhow, that's it for this video. If you want to stick around, take a look at the inside of this book, stick around. Otherwise, bye-bye. Okay, so here's a close-up look of this book. Gorgeous, razor-sharp edge and corner. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful book. Great covers. Okay, I would save the first half of this book when I do a spotlight on John Severin, because the first part of this book, the Nick Fury storyline, is just beautifully drawn by John Severin. So let's jump right to Doctor Strange story. Really top-notch Ditko drawing here. Very imaginary, okay. I almost like his work here more than what he did in Spider-Man. That sounds crazy for many people, but I enjoy his work in Doctor Strange very much. Okay, so here you go. Just look at that. Like I said, big kudos to Steve Ditko to give him this look, and over the many years after, many great artists have even expanded on the beautiful, gorgeous, cosmic look of Eternity. You know, his 3.5 rating as far as look, power, and name is all about his look. The name, the power, but the looks, wow. I love it. So unique. Look at that. Gorgeous. And so there you go. Those are the few short pages of the story that we need to, of course, buy the next few issues to finalize it. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.